Ok, sko. Hvað er að gerast? Reading passes time quickly. Ok. Hvar voru við? Við erum hér. Cash. Sko, plorrin var að segja að ég geri hérna. Æ, get ég levelað? Já, ok. Það er levela authority. Ó, já. Sko, ég veit aldrei, hvenær fær maður ding? Sér maður það? Þetta er að vera. Já, ég dingum bara áfram suggestion. Já, mér sýnist sko...
Yes, you will see.
Já, ok. Ekki bara suggestion og authority.
Skill point gained.
Já, ok. Já, hvað gerist nú? Já, er ég ekki búinn að gefa þetta núna? Jú. Ok, sko.
Push square.
Square, já, ég er í square núna. Thought cabinet. Ok. Indirect text modes of -2 empathy. Temporary resource bonus. Hvað, -2? Það er þetta slæm. Internalize. Af hverju ætti ég að fá -2 í empathy? Já, er það
Only while you are researching. You get the debuff.
Ok. Ok. Þannig að ég fæ svo eitthvað, first you're a sad bitch. Methodology cooking somewhere, don't swear it, fighting indirect taxation for the gossamer state is compatible to all creeds. It's cool like that. Cool anarchist now, unless you don't want to be an anarchist, whatever. Stuff this music in your eyes and let's see if we can steal some love back from the robber barons at the customs agency. Petitos, ok, þannig að þetta er ef ég er eitthvað svona anti-socialisti. Ok. Lonesome long way, plus 1. Drunken steps home. Ok, ég gerir internalize. Ok, þannig fekk ég semast. Þetta, ok. Unlock. Ég get bara verið með 1 í einu. Já, sýnist það. Ok, nei.
No, you can have 3.
Já, ok, en...
Oh god.
Aha, það sjá. En ef ég íti, það gerist ekkert. Já. Það gerist ekkert, ég get á X, sko. Þannig að mist...
Right.
Já, ef ég fer til hægri, það fer hann bara
okay,
svona.
Maybe not.
Ekki kannski núna, sé eftir. Ef ég er búinn að unlocka hann. Ok.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big heavy
maybe later.
Machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see
when you are done thinking about the first one.
Belongings,
Yeah.
stickers, insignia. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several a book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia, not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
Akkur veit það? Okkar maður.
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over.
Ok, þannig að þetta var ekki mikið sem við fengum úr þessu. Helvítis kimmarinn. Annars ætla ég bara að vara áhörundur við að þetta er smá svona drunk disco episode. Út af því að Moisen er búinn að fá sér nokkra. Þannig við, hver er hérna?
Scab?
Scab. I am a scab poor and under the way of his right to work. Þannig við, er þetta gaur sem hann hlýtur í á?
Good one, officer. Don't worry. We here have solidarity. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife?
Come to...
That guy is a union shill.
Já, mér sýnist það. Þetta er sjellari.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out.
Should we? He's nice. I don't like nice. He didn't do it.
Volition.
It's the truth.
Come to murder.
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
Okay.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage.
Beneath the jolliness, he suddenly seems doubtful. If it's so simple, why did the scab leader warn you of the guards blocking the way?
I walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah, the 2.5-meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him,
Right.
then press the button to unlock the door, then go past him again, and you enter the arbor through the office. Está. Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best measure, or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible. Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Ok, skaparnir ekki alveg nógu snillir.
Not yet, no. Sure.
Can you give me some? Hver er að spyrja allir pening? Kíkjum á það. Get ég ekki tala við þetta? Nei.
Body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Uh-oh.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
You have
Authority.
to press the button behind him.
Okay. What do you mean by body? Ég ætla hérna authority.
Are you admiring my morphophysio?
It will open the gates and let in the new workers. Right to work.
Og drep fram í vantarlega.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger, because you are not a threat to me.
Praise my degeneracy.
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely. Your breathing is erratic.
Oh,
Your own
good.
heartbeat in your
Oh,
ears.
good.
Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself. This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it...
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
You have succumbed to Al-Ghul.
Al-Ghul.
You reek of it.
My body is unimportant.
The sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick. No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is reigning.
Show him the ham still got it.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Actually, I think the ham sandwich race still has it in them. Thank you, Lena. I'm the police and I need you to comply. Now, take a step closer. Okay, er það ekki bra? Authority.
Jerking motions, signs of a late-stage neurodegenerative disorder. How far the Occidental haplogroup has fallen. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness. You will be superseded.
It is, baby, yeah.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Come on, I just need you to move here about 20 centimeters back. Push him out of the way. You're right about this. Now I just need you to let me go over. About 20 centimeters.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity. Bring your troops to the Simenine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside,
to his advanced race
the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic colors.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Do you?
Hey, you. This is for the thing.
There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades. In Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet, little green tassels on their hats. The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
Älskar Mexico. Too yellow.
As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Simonese and the Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Simonese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnacy. The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite, or
Nature was not capable of more.
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great.
The Khoikos of Gra, Yukot, Zhimsk, Shest et al. Are what you would call white officer in a suspect description.
Yes, to an untrained eye, the Khoiko appear white and pinkish, like a hand sandwich. Look into their eyes and you will see.
Khoiko.
They are of an indistinct color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking Al-Ghul and smoking the degenerate tobacco herb, and for eating potato.
Potato.
The Koiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potato. The Rasholians, halfway between
okay.
Tipa and the Racial Cauldron. Two mixed to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the thing.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times over, like a fever dream of skin, hair, and bone. Wake up. The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zara's-ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness, a prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination. The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the Koiko to the Occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade routes and potate acid. The prime component, enough of type mediocrity. Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptation. Lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a Seminese man. The mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey. All they have...
It seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
You are right. You have misunderstood.
The sage will not budge on it.
Then there is the Simino Koiki Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know of the Simino Koiki Chimera? The Koiko, as you know, are very servile, especially when they meet the rich man. Racial scientists have told me this will never happen. The Simonese and the Koiko may have similar interbreeding problems as the mosquito. We will never know precisely. No.
There is a strange sadness in his tone, a less than heroic melancholy this time.
The heart that pumps the hemoglobin is mysterious, and so is its dark will. Enough of these persons.
He does not seem angry, nor does the woman look affected. She just twirls her hair. Perhaps they've been through this and established an accord.
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it. You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity that I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss.
Nice and long conversation.
Já, vel
So
löng.
long.
Mjög löng. En ok, og nú kannski get ég ekki svona gert út þegar ég er búinn að gera hinn. Eða hvað? Sjá hérna, nei, nú get ég valið... Guð. Svona. Já, ok, ég get tekið hann burt. Og þá get ég farið hérna. Þetta er eitthvað fáralegt control, ok? En ok, hérna. Transfer history.
The bottom three should all be open.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Ok, nú get ég gert það.
There is nothing funky about them. I cannot
It takes time.
imagine what else we have to
Ah, ok, þarf ég að læra
discuss.
þetta.
Very well.
He does not so much as glance at the object.
You have to leave and do other things.
Pathetic cup. I have
Ég vil ekkert sjá köppin.
While you think about advanced race theory.
Okei. Pæli í þessu. Advanced race theory.
Once you have thought about it enough, you will get a prompt.
Okay.
And then you can go back to the guy.
Right to work.
Shame on you! Not before you get in there and get your ass whooped. Learn by failure.
He might have some advice, but you got to at least try to fight Measurehead first.
Ekkert hérna, nei. Ok, herru, tölum þá við hérna. Við erum að tala við lorry-driverinn. Við finnum hvort það sé með dóp. Við höldum að Hessi sé svikarinn, eða ekki?
Looking for something, Hunt? Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. God man. Thanks for that, but...
He doesn't live in Martinez.
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my... You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight. So they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow.
There's your in. Take his side in this particular fight.
Ah. Þá á ég að segja, take his side, I agree.
He eyes you wearily, unsure how to respond. Damn, it didn't work. You should have signaled you're a nationalist before.
I don't know shit. If I did, I wouldn't tell you. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags. When some kip since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to. It's a fucking travesty is what it is. Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Just follow the smell. It smells like...
Yes.
Looks like I offended your partner there. Too bad. Sealang's usually a little bit south of here, near the camp. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what...
Guess so.
Ok, fyrir þá bara til... það þessi ykkur sem ég búinn að tala við áður? Þessi?
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. But those days are behind me.
Just be straight with him.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration. Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol.
It's not a lie. It's something else. Impossible to say what at this point.
Ok, ekki þessi. Er það hérna neðar eða? Kemst ég hérna niður? Hvað er þetta? Æ, þessi, já. Það hlaut að vera.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. when he realizes
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool. The goods are pure, very cool. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, yes. You got style. You got personal style. You like premium menswear. Look.
don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
Rhetoric. Að hverju bara með svona lítið í? 3.
No need to dress this one up.
Oh, okay. But why, officer? Ah, yes.
Are you trying to ask for a bribe? If so, you're not...
Sorry, detective. Me? It's a boring story of...
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an occupation.
See, guy, apricot suzerainty. It's all the same to me. It's all cool. I'm interested in sales. Go ahead, let's make one. Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs. That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale, or at my home, or on my person. That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about... Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me.
So you admit you're a lorry...
No, I just said I work. Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream. No! That's insane! It's the fat hater. He's been eyeing me for a week and he sent you here. Maybe he's the one, huh? Have you... Nothing. I told...
And what...
Crowd.
He doesn't...
Have you found any drugs?
No, nej.
Afraid.
He's afraid.
Look.
The one thing about authoritarian playstyle is that it is anti-drugs. Drugs are for losers.
Alveg rétt. Ég vil ekki sjá það.
I've spent 15 years working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
Authoritarian.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady. I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her.
It could be. She was strange.
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or...
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with...
No need to dress this
Oh, okay. Ah, yes. Lots of...
Are you trying to...
Sorry,
Hey,
detective.
Drastlkim. Okay.
There are clothes and...
Don't be shy.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first hand. Buy second hand. Keep the economy moving.
No good. All you can come up with are some treated wool pants. You can tell they're too tight around your thighs and too loose around...
No luck? Why not take another look, officer? Keep supporting the economy.
You find your...
Economical, but also trendy.
Ah. Herri, einhver lady. Hvar er þessi dama? Er einhver gaur? Tjekkum á þessum.
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a
G'day,
generous serving
the
of
Australian.
salami with an
Okay.
old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the wall.
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign.
The words, "There."
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Sure thing. Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it.
Okay.
Yeah, not really much else. Just...
Ekki til það. Ok, fengum smá salami.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from this panel. Usually closes the wall. You pull the lever all the way up and nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Þegið þú?
A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock. Isn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored?
Ok. Einmitt, ok. Wednesday, hvaða dagur er þetta? Day 1. Það var að segja hvaða dagur það er. Eitthvað var hingað. Peningur hérna?
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I...
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of...
Who are your customers?
All kinds of people come through here. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained.
It's right behind if yes, then what is he on?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd.
Can you check what day it is?
Truth be told.
Go to the journal.
Let me get this right.
Yeah.
You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Hvað sé ég það? Þetta er Monday.
Monday.
Hvað stendur það? Ó, guð, sé það ekki. En það hlýtur að mánudagur, það er bara mánudagur, já. Okay.
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
It is Wednesday in my playthrough.
She must be one of my rabid fans.
Day 3.
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the Force. We have to find her.
My apologies, officer, but I...
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do.
You...
With Kim here too? That just sounded really, really bad.
Veitu hvað sounded really bad?
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving, and I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long.
He's not telling you the whole story. It's...
You weren't quiet. Yourself, you were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life, and that you can't trust your... When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it. Then I agreed to take it. $15 real.
The lieutenant looks from you to Roy, and then back to you. It's clear that he hopes this has got to be the most. Wow. There's pity there too, in case you didn't notice.
Oh, Guð, hvað í gangi? Ah.
The light swirls in his face and glasses. He doesn't know what to say.
Of course. I doubt it. I do my best to keep my distance from all men.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the...
Sure thing. Sure, man.
Frábært. Það ekki nóg gott.
You see rows of toy soldiers. Try to find something pretty and cool here. Then use it to win a... Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse.
Oh, that's the headless phone rider. There's been a lot of interest in that particular figurine. I had to hide it so it wouldn't fall.
He doesn't elaborate on these wrong hands. It's
I've heard about it. I've heard the headless phone rider rides a headless...
Yes, there are several competing... The headless phone rider. It's an urban legend. About a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a phone track. 50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny
Veitu
cap
hvað á
too.
þetta að vera fyrir?
I think he's looking for it, or something.
Pretty cool
That
here.
part of the
Then
story
use
has
to
many
win her back.
interpretations.
Win her back. Win her back. Ég skil ekki hvernig ég var að vinna back.
Yes. Buy something no. This sounds off. You shouldn't trust this guy.
Herri, við ætlum að fara til konunar. Til við. Súrbreyt. Herri, förum bara til... Við erum komin inn hérna. Ó, Guð. Guð. Já, förum og finnum dömuna. Gamlu, hún var greinilega dópustillu og við sem authority þolum ekki þannig. Nú bara stoner bashing time. Komið tíma á það. Stoner bashing time.
The woman is still...
Huh? What is it? What do you want? Did you just call me a lady?
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it.
I'm not that either, Herife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like I'm only terrifying to small children and to those who used to know me. The big ones, the trucks. There's no women and men there. It's all just... In the middle of this town, there's a ghostly motorway. It takes all...
In the background, a quiet song seeps from her cabin into the air.
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was. How should I know? Do I look like I spent a lot of time with the other communers? Oh, Sim.
Something in her is pulling towards some unknown rest state. She twitches, like a sleep kick.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman? Would I say? Would I... Yes. There is a protagonista and an adversario.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary, the great unrest.
If you don't know... You're mad, Lowman. What of it? Good. I don't care about drugs. Little molecules, they are nothing. Diamonds? Of course not. Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine. I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry. Of course you don't.
Ó, guð, hvað hann pirrandi.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I say? If you don't know, you're mad. Maybe. Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saram. It's diamonds, Lowman, obviously. Diamonds are good for you, Lowman. You should try it. Where do you want me? Or...
I think we're done here, no?
Heiði kemur. Ok. Þetta er eitthvað skrítið. Það er vantað einhverja konu. Hvar er? Við förum lengra hérna út í náttúruna.
Hello again, officer. How are things? Well, this might be the last snow. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least...
Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see? That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbor gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you.
No, of course not. I don't understand what this is about. The kid did this, right? The red-haired rat? Can't say a sentence without or kipped. He's always giving me trouble. Maybe you shouldn't be. I mean, you do your job, but that kid is...
You've been resting here for quite a while, haven't you?
Yes.
I understand. The RCM isn't welcome here.
There's silence, the smallest of smiles.
That's okay, miss. Do what you have to do. I think we're done here. Let's...
Helvítið. Kemur maður alltaf. Hún að keep an eye on us. Ok, þetta bara. Hvað er hér? Hvað það hérna niður? Hvað er hér?
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out...
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
Æ, hvað gerist nú? Æ, guð. Nei, ekki degi út af þessu.
This felt wrong. Wrong like...
Mon Dieu! Good job, officer. That was an excellent throw. What are you talking about? You just executed a pretty...
How are you ever going to get the officer's shit off your nose, Gaston? Or even climb out of his ass?
Guð, einhverju frakkar. Perfect throw. Well, I still feel defeated. That's just how Johnny Ballgame is extraordinary.
Right. Was the demonstration it? Or do you still need some?
Yes, officer. What do we need from this gentleman?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. In Martinez, the union is the law. Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, if I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
Ah, yes! King Philip the...
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who...
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood. Revachol would be a different place if more people realized that.
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The Carabinier doesn't reply, but his entire being. No one and nothing can change this man's mind. He is...
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much.
You can't even take responsibility for yourself. Oh, that's why the Philippian kings use cocaine.
Of course. Clarity of vision. Awareness.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court made him administer the dose to his master.
Higher realms. Of course, it all makes sense.
Oh, gud. Inland Empire. And I sometimes need to. What about something interesting?
It's really not. Please, do spare us.
Yes, indeed. We're not here to investigate the drug trade of centuries.
Right. Yeah, I do. Why what? Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up. Yes, the military coordinated and...
He finds your lack of historic knowledge troubling. A sign of mental deterioration in the preceding generations.
Oh, good.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta. This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most like...
Blood Ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And the rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez, the keeper of the monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job.
Oh, you don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the...
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
Mass, hvað vil ég eiginlega? Communist don't understand how money works. The coalition seems quite capable. Well, it's your own goddamn fault. The jolly UV, the coalition horseplay never finished the job officially. The party, you don't even begin to understand the players on the table, let alone the speakers on the restaurant. Oh, good. That's how it should be. Soft socialists paving the way for the hard-working class to take over. Cleaned up on this, and now they rule us.
No, they don't. But I'm sorry it had to be the coalition. After 8 years of fighting rabid commies, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
How does Philip III factor into this? Who was the Frisel?
It doesn't. That was 100 years ago. Ain't got nothing to do with anything.
Oh, good.
A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Damn Frisel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? they forgotten?
Soon, they will forget everything. Him too. Then
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's borders when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
There you know what.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Bruta.
Oh, good.
Evening falls. The time has come. The vows are blood and flesh. Lower intestine. The term is metabolic and fascism, Bruta.
Endurance. Bruta, okay.
Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revachol's problems?
They're obviously helvitis foreigners, eða ekki? Financiers, leftist academians, liberals. Sko, Ég er ekki fasisti. Eða hvað, jú? Ég sé ekki fasisti. Liberals. Jú, ég er authoritarian.
But women. Women. Men of war. You don't like them. They're insane.
Leftist.
Já, liberals. Helvits libtards er að móti mínu authoritarian views.
That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also important. But the main thing
Leftist ads emissions.
need to know their place.
Hvaða bull er þetta? Akkur ætti fasism eitthvað að gera við konur. Ó, guð.
Stomach truth. You're having a stomach because you've said the hard things that others won't say. The good things, you've said them many. Okay, yes, let's call it that. Good thinking. You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, Brota.
In. Yes.
For the nation. Smart.
You are a fascist.
Já, fascist authoritarian.
That's why you're the head and I am the stomach.
This is about fantasy and politics and the national...
Of course you are, Bruta. Of course.
Gold is not a liberal.
Nei, ekki libtard. Alveg víst.
And not a communist.
Nei. Pure fascist authoritarian. Okay.
Certainly not a moralist.
Nei. Ok, svona.
Pure fascist.
Pure fascist. Ok. Sko, ekkert ég er... Ætli þessi gaur sé... Hvað er þetta? Æ, frábært. Ég vil á ég lítinn pening.
The worker is in a deep slump.
Have you found the plastic bag?
Er þessi mættur? Nei, ég er ekki að finna plastic bag.
Can I help you? Absolutely.
You wait and seek, absolutely, in the
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Fugue state.
The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why...
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who...
You now know advanced race theory.
This will have to be one of... Thank you anyway.
Okay.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper. I think fugue states are more your forte, officer. Yes?
Oh, good. Take him.
Advanced race theory.
Oh yeah.
Everything is calm in the eye of the race storm. Your mind is lucid and bright. The mind-bending phylogenetics appear more distant.
You need to go get the plastic bag.
The great race mystery has cleared up. All that's left to do is verbalize your thoughts.
So you can collect bottles.
About your newly found instinct.
Okay, sweet. Okei. Okei, á ég að læra líka eitthvað annað? Er ég komin í ding hérna? Nei, ekki ding. Ok. Það er ekki verðt eitthvað nýtt. Já. Ég ætla ekki að yfirskrúfa þetta. Guð. Ég vil ekki yfirskrifa neitt, þannig ég ætla ekki að gera neitt svona. Gerum við aftur. Ok, pókinn, hvar er póki?
Outside.
Já, hvar?
West of the hotel.
Ok, ég fer þangað eftir. Nú veit ég race theory, þannig ég geti talað við hennar líka.
Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off? I don't know what you're talking about. Listen up, fuck.
It is getting pretty late.
You cops don't run Evashal West. You don't run.
Almost 6 o'clock.
Oh,
anything.
No. He means La Puta Madre.
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock. Controls what is... Looks like the lieutenant has a plan.
And you have nowhere near the money to pay for the 20 real damages at the hotel.
Já, ég þarf ekki að borga það strax eða? Er það ekki bara eitthvað sem ég get borgað seinna? Okay, let's do this.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
I don't think he will let you sleep there if you don't pay.
Oh,
the unions.
You don't pay.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fuck.
But there might be another way.
The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be
He might help out later.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to...
He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of...
You've seen the corpse in the yard, yes? You took a peek. I know you did. Does it look like his friends?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
The lieutenant turns and gives... I softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job.
Go fuck yourself, plus þegar kemur slöf, I saw you snooping. Þetta er alltaf lélegt.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the strike? I'd have been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. Apples. Fine.
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest. You were bested.
Oh, guð. Ég skil þetta ekki, stendur you may retry it. En ég...
The main thing is to not overdo it, even when you're trying to scare someone. The most important thing is, how does it look on your resume?
What a good on you. Why don't you and me step outside for a little talk, look.
What?
You can come back later, when you have learned or increased some skills.
We're outside talking. There's some kind of homo thing?
Which will give you a higher chance of passing.
Okay, that's enough, detective. We'll just have to ask someone else about the lady driver. Let's go.
Æ, Kimmarinn. Kimmarinn er svo alvarlegur. Það komið endur vont viður.
The unpromising race pupil returns. And...
Shit.
Everyone can see that. It has little to do with the race enigma.
Oh,
Baby, don't be mean. Give him another chance.
Anything for you, babe.
Paradoxically plants supersede oxygen with their own race theory. Er það ekki bara?
Look, babe. The minion of law is also a racist. But his racism is basic and road. He thinks he...
So unadvanced.
The basic race education he received in high school has led him to think his phylum are the sole authors of race theory. An esoteric study reaching back to the ancient...
Guð, get ég lóta hvernig var þetta? 2017? Ó, guð, það er fyrir hálftíma.
Basic racist, I take pity on you. You clearly want to enter the harbor bad, like a little boy who wants to go on the very well. You may enter the door once.
Finally. Let's go.
Kemst ég ekki? Er þessi? Já, ok. Þetta er nú við. Demand democracy. Okay. Drugs.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave the...
Let's see what's inside. The drawer opens smoothly. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of... and the same materials being handed over to companies inside workshop. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantity. Look how blurry all the lines on these papers are.
Oh my god.
Your own willpower is to yourself.
Þetta er ránt, sko. 92%.
Focusing through not
92%, virkilega.
Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague You're a police officer, not a spiritual healer.
Is that what you're doing with those folders over there? My thought exactly, officer. Shall we?
Rent after.
Whatever's hidden here, it appears to be a to-do list. Written, remember Leo, Everart's shoes. Special whirling.
Yesterday I got a pass on a 3% chance.
Office floor.
Þetta er eitthvað smá feikað held ég. Já. Þetta er eitthvað smá feikað held ég, sko. Það veikar ekkert sens 92%.
All items on the list.
Svo áttum að gera aftur.
And the note itself is crumpled.
Ok, veitum, hvað er eitthvað þetta? It appears to be a tool list in an uncapped even kallar Evert Juice, Special Whirling, Borsak, Water Evert. Joke, yeah.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes. All items on the list have been the drawer.
Okay.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone.
Æ, ok, ég ætla hann ekki að fara alveg strax. Æ, ekki fara á staðinn. Æ, frábært. Ok, ekki bara niður.
The already familiar.
Æ.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging. This is your cloak.
Yes, it does bear the RCM insignia. The service cloak issued to you by your station.
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, I will shield you from the elements.
Ekki að. Erum við komið ding? Nei. Ok, hvað hérna þá? Jacket, ekki. Nei. Reaction speed -1 rhetoric. Ég nú meiri rhetoric. Bara gott. Bot. Savoir-faire. Electrochemistry. 5 bar. 1 skór. Interfacing. Inland Empire.
Put on the shirt.
En hún samt -1 suggestion, ég vil það ekki. Ég suggestion maður. Ég vil hafa suggestion.
And please go find the other shoe.
Já, ég þarf að finna hann.
It is on the balcony upstairs the hotel.
Oh.
You look pathetic.
I don't know, small pathetic.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arrête. Marsh. On. Crane stands tall, proud, with a loud
Wearing washing gloves and a dirty tank top.
massive metal container through the air.
Guð, hvað gerði ég nú? Ok, kemst ég núna inn í hana? Ó, Guð. Hvað að gerast núna?
And, with a surprisingly quiet, this crane was built with a purpose. Who can say?
Oh no.
See how that was worth the wreckers. Except...
Er þetta ekki bara gott? Cash.
Before you stands a cargo container. Just one of many in...
Is this like your thing with that wall again? You do? There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one? There may very well be, but we are not here to look for that. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
You attempt to turn the handle. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement. No reply.
Persuade. Hey, the kid. Pale Fjord. Cash. No cash enough. Okay. Ó já, nýr hanskar. Hvað erum við hérna á? Sjá. Plus 1 half-light. Half-light eða interfacing. Slottar svona.
Where did you find those gloves? I do
Leyni.
not have them in my playthrough.
Það er hérna, í þessum kassa.
Container, I'll turn.
Sweet mother of.
Are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi.
Container, Everard, he looks
Everard.
after everyone.
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arse.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
Everard is a commie.
It's commie.
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister. Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike.
So no one...
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so. Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
Okay.
No, I don't think they killed anyone. Let's better talk about something else. Titus and his boys do good work.
He probably doesn't know anything anyway. Who in their right mind would tell him?
Oh yes, born and raised in Arish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and it's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core.
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble. Yes, I'm like Mr. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss?
A real pretty lady.
Lady.
With skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars, but I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here, and I'm always busy.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Oh, Lizzie, she is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was off.
He respects that word.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody and gets...
For a fraction of a second.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out. Dr. Lemaitre said so.
So Everett trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort. Interesting.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it...
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really. Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I
The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot in Martinez, but the recognition from an authority figure made Leo's day.
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started.
Ekki einhver matur.
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
Boar dogs?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags. Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's... Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yep. Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots...
Told you.
Thegiðu.
Oh, you want Mr. Everard? Guys like Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made marginise what it is today.
Patience. Deep down you have the mental power to keep listening.
Had an arithmetics teacher, Miss Bellows. Her real name was Miss Bellams. She was a real pretty lady. But when she got mad, all the boys liked her, if you know what I mean, mister. We used to sneak in her yard in the dark and peek through the window. One time we saw Miss Bellows with a fellow. Yes, we did, mister. Them was naked too. That's all I got to say about that. Thank you. Almost forgot. Mr. Everard is in that container over there. I got distracted telling the story, but he's in there. Oh, you want guys like...
Nej.
Deep.
Had an arithmetic. All the boys. Them was naked too. Thank you. Almost forgot. Bye-bye now.
Okej, Robert. Hörru. 2 minuter. Ná mér í bjór. Ok, sko. Ef við ekki kíkja á Everton. King Evert. Evert Víglundsson. Þess að hella björnum. Glas. Og svo bara eitt að gera. 1, 2 og... Bjór svo góður. Svo góður. Kíkjum á okkar mann. Hvernig hann? Anna bróðurinn.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least with great effort. He straightens himself up in his chair. A typical power play. Wait for him to speak first. Show him you've got a backbone.
Power play.
The one good eye of this man fills you up without even flickering. The other, his lazy eye, is amblyopia, a childhood condition. For a moment, you don't know where to look. It is unbearably humid in the trailer. Beads of sweat slide down the man's forehead.
Trailer.
At first, nothing happens. His face wears a wide and self-satisfied smile. Like a general over his maps, he plots his moves. Judging by the way he's licking his chops, it's going to be a...
So...
Oh, good.
Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi, how nice that you found a moment to pay
Dubois.
a visit to the Debardairs Union. I'm Everard Clare, head of this little operation here.
Oh, good. Union. Vel feitur. Oh, good. Þetta svo Sólveig. Sko.
Please, have a seat.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Oh, good. Þetta stendur, það powerplay.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner as...
He's trying to throw you off your game with this Dubois nonsense. Don't give him the pleasure.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions. I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then,
Don't give up, but don't leave either. You're going to have this conversation on your terms. You just need to remain headstrong.
Aha.
Everard starts whistling a little worker song. He really is trying to ignore you. Or, the lieutenant stands right next to you, not showing any signs.
I see you are an extremely stubborn man, Mr. Dubois. That ain't necessarily a bad thing.
Authority.
You
Authority
did
golden.
it. This
Boom.
might help against whatever comes next.
Oh, já. Ég nefnilega truly a man of volition. Ekki bara einn volition.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debardairs Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today? Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say.
Lawrence Gart,
This
hver var það?
should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead.
Hey, that's 25 real. That's good money. Owe him for? This is a trap.
Owe him for, sagði hann það? Leave the check. You can take that comically large check and shove it up your ass.
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character.
Do not take it.
A real piece of work, that boy is.
With a
Eller
great
ta take it.
points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show.
He is a cub.
Já, þetta hann mjög slæmur. Sjá, you can
You do
take
not
that.
want to owe him.
Ég veit alveg. Ég ekki vera ofan neitt, sko. You can take that comically object and shove it up your ass. Á ég að segja svona of hart? Nei.
Okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear, the world is swallowed by a black hole of fear.
Good.
Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun. When he said, don't worry, he actually meant, be very worried.
Ef ég segi, I'm not worried, I got this. Sagði hann, don't be worried, já.
Are you all right, Harry? You say you got this, but you seem a little anxious to me. Don't be. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
+1, at least you're not sitting. Challenging.
Harry.
Are you alright, Harry? Oh. Harry the Boy. Er það ég?
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need...
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Hvað þarf ég að reyna þetta? Oh, good.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot them.
Mr. Dubois, you...
What is this, Mr. Dubois, he keeps repeating? What is he trying to pull here?
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
Guð, akkur ég alltaf svona asnalur. Wobbly like a man. There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to your...
While Everard is distracted by your odd behavior, the lieutenant's eyes are mapping everything around.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get your...
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Okay, ég ætla ekki að gera það. Yeah. Oh yeah, man, I'm fucking great. Actually, I really could use some glycerin. I'm melting.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition isn't terminal.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was...
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some...
It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
Shady brew. I want to talk about the
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me, but there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk...
Yes, that sounds good.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
Oh, good.
Oh, you're being too modest, my friend. But don't worry. This annoying thing I have is completely legal. I just need you...
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar, pretend to play into his hand. Then, should you wish, bend his efforts towards your own.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez. Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start to act. Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over, so... Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you...
You want to send someone a message that the police are...
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore... Fantastic, my friend! You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Ardent socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't take slander.
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to tell with this guy, honestly.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend.
Oh, great.
But you know what? I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me.
He's hiding his real reaction beneath...
Thank you for your understanding. We will...
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never...
None taken. Do we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Harry?
I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brew? There are so many moving... You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me.
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about. And he doesn't care either.
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard? My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you?
I think the odds of that are...
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble...
Words flow like a river of... I guess word has already reached him.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity.
Asking too many questions will make you look weak. You should maybe focus on the folder. Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
Does not, but Volition segir eitt, svo segir drama annað. Get in.
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people...
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi, from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man, so is there...
That means he doesn't really pity. The mystery of...
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on. Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation. Yes, we're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you shouldn't work with her just because you and I are such good friends. I'm not a jealous guy.
Whoa, that's so nice of him. Suspiciously nice.
What happened to the previous negotiation? Mr. Gaumont. Joyce said the previous unit.
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go. He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. Harry! I have little people in my organization. I would never call... Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
Guð, helvítið. Hann að taka mig.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and could... Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back...
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Yes, please, Harry. Feel free to speak your mind or ask me anything. I'm just a nice guy, Harry. I wouldn't be where I am now if I wasn't nice. Yes, yes. Low balling, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods. If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have...
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Of course, Harry. I have no interest in what she is doing. But I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost...
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
Oh, good. Okay.
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this house. Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Good.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate. Here. You're one of us now. A real red...
Nei. Ok. Það var ekki alveg nógu gott, en...
Oh God.
Fyrir ekki að sjá því.
What happened?
Ég veit ekki alveg, hann tók okkur svolítið.
You are now a member of the Union.
Já, ég semst gerðist member of Union. Nú er ég, veitir hvað fokkanum kemst ég út? Nei, ég er bara plata, þetta er bara svo ég komist inn og út. Ég veit ekki alveg hvað hann gaf mér þetta þannig. Ég var ekkert eitthvað hóða næs við hann. Er ég eitthvað heimskur eða hvað er útgangur?
Bottom.
Bottom?
It is tricky.
Guð.
I was stuck in there for 20 minutes. Trying to get out.
Hvað er þetta? Er það hérna? Nei. Það er hér. Úff. Þarna, ok. Það er lett. Þarna vinstra megin. Ok. Það var ekki nógu gott. Nú erum við orðin Unionmenn. True workers of the Union. Nei, minn er svolítið svona að vinna fyrir alla hliðar og svo mun hann svíkja. Það er alveg minn er svona tækifæri sinni.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not... Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because what wasn't an option? Are you satisfied, detective?
Sko, Kimmarinn er bara eitthvað til að niðurlægja mig. Klukkan er 8, nú komum tíma að fara heim. Helvítið. Það er eitthvað meira hérna, kannski peningur.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads...
If you must. But please hurry.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, Rene. Rene looks like he's about to smile. This photo must be tied to some...
Why did you take that picture of Rene? Fine, but let's move.
Numerous empty wine bottles glisten in the rain. Someone partied.
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
Oh, good.
Yes, this looks pretty advanced, all right.
Hann alltaf niðurlæði mig, kemmarinn, hundleiðilegur. Þóla hann ekki. Nú bara burt með hann. Ég bara sóló. Kemmarinn nefnilega móralist. Það alveg óþólandi. Herru, þessi okkar maður núna.
So,
you've been in there, he means.
Kim is a moralist cup.
Oh, Labor Utopia.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right, you talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk. A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open? Of course, I got...
Please do not keep going towards the Union route. It is only for cucks.
Oh, good.
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I'm a hustle grinder.
Polar weasel? Oh, I know what you mean. I'm pretty sure he's actually Occidental, though. So what you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags.
Okay, but where did you get...
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff.
He means he's not going to tell you, cause he doesn't know who he is and what they're...
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question.
The man whispers a jaunty tune.
We're negotiating. Aye. All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the...
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page. Communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people, or deporting them to a labor camp in southeast Grad. But don't say that out loud if you're a communist.
Ég skil, sem skil ég ekki þetta. Retorik, retorik þá, væri retorik ekki bara þess að sem pólitíkusar eru með hannig? Akkur retorik að segja mér að communism is what kill the rich people? Ég skil ekki. Nei.
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. I guess you kind of get to be the village chief.
By that, you mean?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world. The old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is. Okay, he's reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Not you would like to say. But then there's that weasel door. This man has political theory, and it has not failed him today.
Sure thing.
What is this? News of the world? Talk about personal stuff.
Call me Mañana. I'm just a humble harbor worker for the past 6-7 years.
Mañana sounds like a mess word. Not a given name for certain. It's a taken name. The kind for artists or criminals.
I'm not. I'm Vasoliero. Not all masks have the mask look either, you know. Things in the real world are a bit more fluid. Stuff ain't always what it appears to be.
Nom de guerre.
And nom de guerre would be more like guerra mañana. Now that we are getting so well acquainted...
Be honest with him.
Harry. It's cool. But I'm sure you could come up with something even cooler.
Okay, sagði ég, já.
The encroaching doom is golden red. It is inside you, but also outside, on the horizon, by the water's edge. Your tequila sunset. You have been tequila sunset for a long...
Boyadero!
You see his eyes turn teary with appreciation. He is extremely happy for you. You receive a good, strong handshake in return. He takes a swig from his flask, then offers you some.
Keeps you warm on a day like this. Or any day for that matter.
Ég og Union maðurinn, við erum bestu vinnir núna.
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again. Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too? So, what about all that communism you've promised to build? Word on the street is you've woken up from 1,000 years of slumber, promising to erect a version of... You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets. Literally murder all human beings, regardless of their political beliefs.
No. No.
Nei, ég ekki að fara að gera það. Bara fyndið. Murder all humans. Okay, alright, that sounds like...
You have not said anything like that.
I haven't said anything like that. I've said some mildly left-wing things for now.
Okay, not in so many words, but don't deny it. You're about to rip off that mask of social democracy and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism. That everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it? Very well. I guess no one will build communism.
Out.
Tell no objections.
Opt out.
It's mathematically impossible to achieve a classless society. Everyone knows this. Anyone? Anyone else? There's one.
Oh, good.
You should build communism. Precisely because it's impossible.
Oh, good. Það, volition, my only volition. Roll up your sleeves and start building communism. Nei, það ekki vera kommar. No kommar hér. Nei, við erum að builda fascism. En virkar leikurinn þannig að maður velur eitthvað faction og heldur áfram þar. Er þetta ekki þannig að maður bara...
But if you are going to be a communist, you have to be all in communist.
Já, hvernig virkar þetta allt saman? Það... Ég skildi ekki alveg, sko. Þetta dæmi. Já.
I don't know if you can opt into both fascist and communist.
Nei, en hvar sé ég eins og til dæmis að ég sé optaður inn í fascismu? Það mín spurning. Það ég sé ekki eins þar að ég sé optaður inn í eitthvað. Það nokkuð. Problem. Mínus eitt ræma. Full by the absurdity. Ok, eitthvað, já. Ok, forget. Ok, allavega. Ekki kom bara kvöld? Ekki spurning að háttinn?
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood. As you step in, He nods toward the table.
I think you can go and think about fascism.
The only words you can make
Now that you opted in.
Garancy and Kubek. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Kubek. Please. It's not funny.
If you accept communism, you will receive a debuff to authority.
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
Get the Revolutionary nationhood on. You said your friends from there.
The man says a couple of sentences and I'm pretty sure he asked you a question. He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return. Just one word. Sounds quizzical. Then he awaits your answer with his brow arched.
Horse need more vodka?
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits.
Vodka, boss!
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
Oh, good.
The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak. The mention of mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers. They're friends.
Speak Revacholian? We speak Suren. There is no such thing as the Revacholian language. But don't worry, your message remains clear.
The cook is still smoking, ash falling from between his fingers.
Good thing he didn't understand a word of your stupidity.
Oh, good.
He smiles and bangs. It's almost like music. You see a heavy... You immediately feel drawn to the color.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
Alltaf að segja þetta. Eitthvað sem við dregum í þangað. Out of duty, we may find something fun.
Yes. I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in. Just to be thorough. As a side investigation. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
The door does not. The cobalt blue surf.
Cafeteria manager. Vittu nú heita eitthvað annar komin? Þetta líka þarna. Þetta nú komið eitthvað fólk hérna. Svo, ég get ekki talað hérna. Spend money to make money. Samanlega. Okay.
Can I help you?
You have to go and think about Revacholian nationhood. That is the fascist path. My guy is an ultra-liberal, which makes him think about indirect modes of taxation.
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. There is no one. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. The door is closed. Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the pot. He takes a step toward the door, like... A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned. The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist. The bed is cold.
The option to go to sleep becomes available.
There they both are, like two baby crocodiles. Good, they're...
Have you already opted into fascism? I cannot hear you. I thought the shoe was out there. Oh yes, you found it. Perfect.
Hello, sweet.
She is appraising you scientifically, the way she would an exceptional zoological specimen. It's not like that.
Oh gud, sorry. Konan var att hinka. Okej, skål. Hon är att komma. Skål. She's appraising you scientifically the way she would an exceptional zoological specimen. It's not like that. Who is sweetie? Does that mean you like me?
Why, you are, officer. And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
Oh gud. Var det búin að tala um allt alltaf? I don't
You
know.
rascal. I'm too old for you.
Your advances haven't thrown her off one bit. In another place.
You must forgive me. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary
Morel.
just down the street.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Hire him. You seem to be in a chair. How do you like to roll with me? I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing.
Whatever do you mean?
Be my wheelchair partner in private.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But
A partner who'll need you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
God, I had you. I know, but there are also sad messages even to the information.
I can assure you, with absolute certainty, there are
now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie. Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most. Perhaps another time. Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your...
If she could, this woman would feed and clothe you and every other sad, lost person on this earth. Your deportment remains dignified as you shed a single manly tear.
Sweetie, I only have a few cents on me, but I could give you the...
Wonderful. He has a pin.
The pin is round and slightly tarnished. 3 sailboats in bas relief with the sun hovering over the water behind them. A chipped green banner at the bottom reads, San Baptiste, summer 30.
You're quite welcome, dear.
I don't know if you know it, but I don't know where I am.
Of course.
Sko, hann vill nefnast ennþá að við segjum... Ég skil hann ekki alveg. Nei, hvað gerist nú? Þetta er mynd. Cash. Falið penningur. Hvernig, ég skil ekki þetta, hvernig á ég að sjá þetta? Er þetta eitthvað... Ég get ekkert breytt vjúinu, það? Það er ekki alltaf svona. Weird. Ok, sko, nú klukkan orðið 9 reyndar, þannig að við getum farið að sofa. Er þið ennþá að kasta í líkið? Ennþá hér?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes.
Activity key.
He's about to blow!
Á ég, er þetta einu sem ég get gert? Ég skil það ekki alveg. Ég get ekki tekið það niður.
Yes? What do you want to know? No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
White male and forces, what more do you need? Thinking something otherworldly might be involved, you know, supernatural. Could be sex.
I'm relieved that you agree.
He is glad and surprised to see an officer who can appreciate the less than spectacular.
Do you know the feeling when you've begun filling in a crossword, but some of your answers don't quite seem to fit? That's the feeling I have right now, for some reason. It will turn into quite the puzzle yet, I'm afraid. Maybe you can tell me what you do know, to help me narrow it down a bit. Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out. They didn't identify themselves in any way. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The Dock Workers Union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We can... Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer. You mean like a brief? There's no reason to wing anything. 3 days ago, during that time, the Okay then. Good.
No response. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation.
Okay. Okay, what's wrong with personal affairs?
Really? You look fine to me.
I'm talking seriously about that.
This psychodrama is unbecoming of...
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot fathom that anyone could drink so much as to retroactively erase their entire...
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. What, me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know? No.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. The eyebrow is exercising psionic control over you.
Something the matter?
This guy's got authority off the charts. With just the flick of his eyebrow, nothing. You better hope he doesn't abuse his authority. If the lieutenant were an evil man, who knows what... Fortunately, he is a committed officer of the RCM. The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to...
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this. But you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
No, I don't.
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome.
You could use a good, normal peer yourself.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side.
Seolite.
It's not an interesting topic. It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite.
He's glad to have shut down your question.
What do you mean? I have no idea.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be... The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. But this isn't an old school case.
So what? That makes you the new school? God, for real detective work, nothing beats.
The lieutenant produces his small... That's where we all have our different mediums.
Good. Let's change the subject.
Já. Nú allir hann að sofa, þessi hann að sofa, hann hættur að kasta. Og þá förum við í betan og þá held ég að við ljúkum þessum þætti. Gott. Langur þáttur. Þá kemur ekki næst þáttur fyrir eftir örugglega 2 vikur. Ó. Ég get bara að sofa held ég. Prófa. Sjá. Nú, býtu. Hvað kemst ég ekki inn lengur? Ok, herri, ég klára það seinna. Segðu þetta gott. Thank you bros. Bro Army. Out.